So today I'm gonna be talking about my first Rolex, how I got it, and how this watch has been treating me for the past 2 to 3 months now. So what I got on my wrist here today is, I have the box and the box here as well, just in case, and my cheeky little Rolex glove as well, which is really cool, which has the printing inside there as well. Very cool if you want it to clean your watch and stuff like that. But yep, today the watch I'm wearing is the Rolex Airking 126900, which you can see on my wrist now. I'll give you guys a wrist shot as well. It is the newest generation of the Airking compared to the 116900 that I'm pretty sure got released like maybe 5-6 years ago now. It's very different if you take a look at the fives on both watches. The newer gen has like an extra zero on the 5 on the right hand side of the dial. I'm pretty sure Rolex wanted to make it look more proportionate for the numbers, and for the number 369 as well, you can see that it's more distinct. There's this more silver shiny element to it, and yeah, compared to like obviously the older generation of Airkings as well, for the 34 millimeters that came out in the 80s 90s, I would consider them to be a bit more Oyster Perpetual like, a more entry level looking watch, where I feel like Rolex really make their best watches when it's so simple and so subtle as well. So yeah, such a stunning watch. You get a lot of comments on this watch saying that there's too much going on the dial, or that there is too much fives on the dial. But personally, I just feel like it's just so unique and in a class of its own, like for the watches that Rolex has in their catalog now. Even the Rolex word is in green, and the yellow crown as well, with the green second the seconds mark for is green as well. So such a stunning watch, and for the price as well, what you're paying for is such a great entry for a lot of people as well, to get new people into Rolexes as well. So just take a look at that dial, man. And here's how it looks on my 6.5-inch wrist, and the watch is 40 millimeters. So the story on how I got this watch was actually pretty funny. Obviously I'm from Malaysia, so I went to this authorized retailer called the Hourglass in Malaysia. They're quite popular in Malaysia and Singapore, and at that time I wasn't that knowledgeable into watches, so I had waitlisted a Starbucks and an Airking with no prior purchasing history with them, and a few of my friends has Explorers, I think Airking's OPs as well, but they haven't received like a call in a very long time, maybe 1 or 2 years ish now. And yeah, so it's always been a watch that I wanted to get for a very long time. So I went down the street to a Rolex retailer here in Belfast, and so I saw this so I was asking them if they had the OPs 41s, blue and silver dial in stock, and the Airking as well, which I got to try on some of them, but unfortunately they didn't have one in stock for me, so I had to put myself on the wait list for it as well. So on the same day, we went down the street to the same road to another Rolex store, but they're both under the same company. So I was asking if they had the OPs as well at the start, so to like try on at least, but they didn't have any in stock, so I had to. And to be frank, I didn't want to ask about the Airking because I felt like I wanted to give up on it. So But at the end, I still asked if you had the Airking in stock, and the manager there, she was just sitting down there, and she looked at me. She gave like a very smirk laugh at me, like this, and then she was like, "We might have something in stock for you." So she went to like the storeroom and came out with the watch, and I was like, I mean, obviously it's an Airking, but it's still your first, Rolex as well. So considering the market after COVID as well, so it was a pretty fascinating moment for me. And yeah, so I paid the deposit, came back 3 days later, I think, and then got the watch on a Wednesday. I think I went in on a Friday, yeah, and the manager wasn't there. The assistant was there, but his name was Aaron. He was such a great help. He let us try on some Daytonas with the mother of pearl dial, oyster flex bracelet. Honestly, I'm not a big fan, but the dial is just wow. I don't think I've seen any dial like that in my life before. And he gave a free tie as well as like a free gift, and he even took photos for us as well as like a complimentary gift. And funny enough, I got this Rolex brochure as well, and a Tudor one. I'm a massive Tudor fan. It's just right here. Just give me a second. And hopefully my Tudor monochrome comes back faster for the engraving, so I can show you guys how the monochrome has been treating me as well. So it was overall such a great experience. And funny story, I went back home on that day and posted a picture of me with the Airking on Reddit, and it got really popular because one guy flew to the Bahamas to get one Airking, and a lot of people was flaming that poor guy. So that story is pretty funny as well. So yep, that's been my story on how I got my first Rolex. And honestly, this watch has been such a great watch to wear, like especially in the UK as well. If you're wearing like the subs, the GMTs, the Daytonas, obviously you risk yourself of being a massive target for a lot of people, because the design of those watches are so easily recognizable. But for the Airking, it's just so subtle. You don't even know it's a Rolex. You just put it on, go about with your day. And then the green wording on the Rolex, just wow. It's just like, for me, it made it go from like a 7 to like an 8, 9-ish. And with the yellow crown as well, it's just such a great watch. Great size as well. The specs as well, which I'm gonna list for you guys, it's all down here. And wow, I'm thoroughly in love. So the case is 40mm oyster steel, screw down crown, 3230 caliber movement, -2 + 2 seconds per day, 70 hours of power reserves, cost certified as well, or oyster bracelet, easy link class for anyone that wants a slight adjustment as well. And yep, that's it. So that is it for my video today. Hopefully it convinces some of you guys to actually get an Airking one day. And for me, it's just, if you're trying to get like a first watch from Rolex, this would be my top 3 at least, along with the OP and the Explorer 1. But I feel like this just has a bit more color than the Explorer 1, a bit more interesting, I would say. So for me, Airking and Explorer 1, and maybe like an OP of a color that you desire. Obviously not the Tiffany dial, but the blue, the silver, even the black as well is great options for you. So thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you guys real soon.